Oh! Oh! Ah! Whoa! It is 5:23 a.m., so I'm gonna make this a fast one. Okay, so do you ever hear a cool Charlie Parker line like this? And then you come to transcribe it and it sounds something like this. And then you're like, something's missing. Then you go to ask someone and they're like, put some jazz articulation on it. Make it jazzy. What does that mean? I'm here to tell you what it means. So if you want to go from that to something like this. There's a variety of things that are happening in order to sound that way compared to the completely slurred version. Now, I'm going to show you these things real quick. But in order to do that, I'm going to simplify the line a little bit, just so this will be easier to work with. So let's take that one part. This is a really common Charlie Parker line. Now let's transpose it down a half step. Now this, in this key, is one of the most common Charlie Parker lines. Now let's compress it to its most simple form, completely slurred with straight eighth notes. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2, we're going to add a light triplet feel to the eighth note, so make it more swung. See, it's more rather than okay, so that's level 2. Level 3, we're going to look at the shape of the line and put an air accent to the notes that are higher in pitch. So let's navigate through it slowly so I can show you the higher notes. Okay, it's getting closer to how Charlie Parker would play it. Level 4, I'm going to introduce you the jazz articulation part, okay? For a moment, let me just go to a scale. A scale, you can play a slurred. Let's play F major. So that was completely slurred. Now, jazz articulation, step 1, is to slur 2 notes at a time. So this isn't jazz articulation yet, but I'm going to show you. I'm slurring 2 notes at a time. Now, the jazz articulation aspect of it is we're going to take these slurs and just shift them over 1 note. So now we have this lopsided thing where the tongue is happening on the upbeats. So rather than now we have this. That sounds really cool if it's fast. Okay, so now let's put it back into the context of this lick. Before we had this. Now we're going to do this jazz articulation. Okay, we're getting close. Now the final level is the most unheard of level. Now all the professional saxophone players and old people, they all know this, but a lot of my audience don't know this, and I'm here to expose it to you. So this concept is called adjudant tonguing, or you can call it ghost tonguing, or you can call it half tonguing. But I prefer adjudant tonguing, and you'll see why in a minute. So we use our air to accent the top notes, but there's another factor that helps accent these top notes. It's an illusion. You're actually quieting the notes before the accented notes. So when the notes that are accented come, it's perceived as louder because the notes before it were louder. Now how are we going to quiet down these notes? Are we just going to pull back on our air? No. we're not. We're actually going to keep our air relatively the same, but the muted effect is going to come from the tongue. So this is going to involve a new technique you have to learn. You have to cover part of your reed with part of your tongue. Now, this part is a little different for everyone, but the goal is to get part of the reed covered so it's not vibrating, and then the other part of the reed to vibrate. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to close it, then open it, close it and open it, and show you what my tongue is doing. Okay, I'm being goofy, but that's really what's happening. That sounds like some weird dubstep, but this is the heart of it. Let's go back to that scale real quick. Now if we do it or mute or ghost the notes before that 9, the top note is going to sound more accented. It's going to sound more punchy. Whoa. You hear it? And you can really hear it at a fast tempo. So if I were to replicate that with just my mouth, I'd be making these syllables. So you see that new syllable is an n. That's why I prefer the do tonguing rather than calling it ghost tonguing or muted tonguing, which is totally viable. But I call it do for that. So now it's time to apply that to our Charlie Parker lick. So this is what we had before. Okay. Now let's do tongue a few notes before that A and before the B. So this is what it's gonna sound like. Do-din. Do-din. Now let's do it fast. 1, 2, Oh! Ah! We can do all kinds of stuff with this. Ah! So something I introduced to my online students to really get fluent in this is to do the scale workout in all 12 keys. So I make them do a major scale, go up to the 9th, and then go back down, but rather than landing on the 1, you land up on the 1 up a half step, and then play that new scale. So you have this. And this exercise really helped this feel way more natural. I believe Jerry Bergonzi, in one of his masterclass videos, he described this feeling of jazz articulation the way that Charlie Parker did it as talking. And I couldn't agree more. It is exactly like talking. Like, I'm talking right now, you talk every day, your tongue is doing all kinds of things that just are totally natural to you at this point. Now, when you're a baby, you're grinding, bro. You are grinding. You're all this, but now you don't even have to think about it. The same way with this. So I really recommend this major scale workout. If you do it fast, you really get that bebop sound. So next time you look in a Charlie Parker solo, listen for the mms. You're going to notice it way more than you probably have. Charlie Parker dudin tongues a lot. For example, later on in the solo, he does this famous line. I dudin tongue a lot. I was like, da da da, Okay, I hope I helped. And if there's any more concepts you want me to talk about, I'm down to do it. I can't really give you a date when it's going to come out because I tend to really want to do everything, which thinking of everything can paralyze me and make me not upload at all, which is not great. If you're just dying to ask me something, I do still have open slots for my lessons. I actually have plenty of open slots. I love giving lessons. I'll give 13 lessons a day if it's possible. I'm down. Come on. And hey, I'm less than 200 subscribers away from 40,000. If we can make 40,000 before June, I will upload a massive compilation of the Mario Kart League finally. I have a ton of submissions and they're really funny. They're of all levels and I think it'd be really funny. So please help me get those extra 200 subscribers and then it's time. It's time. By the way, I recently collabed with Dave Pollack again on the Mario Kart League, but smooth jazz version. I think it came out great, and it's actually pretty funny. The link is in the description. Please check it out and subscribe to him. Please, come on. He's literally better than me. Subscribe to him. What are you doing? Okay, I really hope this helped. Have a great night.